Like I say, I'm told that some kids came to power in Wall Street or something, some children. Anyway, like I say, there have been aerial photographs since the wooden planes. Like I said, I was first having planes built somewhere in Russia, or at least a long, long time ago. All wood planes out of special wood, too, by the way. And around that time, I was also having aerial photographs done. In fact, the whole world was being surveyed by air. In fact, the first use for film, or massive amounts of film, was to photograph the whole Earth with wooden aircraft. That was also used with cloth aircraft and everything else. Anyway, this had been being done for hundreds of years or thousands of years. The whole world was being photographed by my 14 or 12 wooden aircraft. In fact, like I say, lead paint was developed for me. Anyway, mostly because I was the creator of humanity and the real Lucifer and Brian and the creator of America, pretty much. Or at least I invented it. Other people didn't really know this. Other people didn't really believe it anyway. I'm also the inventor of the wing and quite a few other inventions myself. Anyway, those who knew I was the creator of humanity and 9 other races made sure that I was an integral part of inventing and inventions. So, in fact, I couldn't be killed so easily when I was a child. Because, like I say, apparently somebody, his father or grandfather owned a school, or at least he thought he did, or something like that. It was actually mine, like I say. Like I say, some grandfather was taking care of, he worked for me, of course, and he was taking care of like Harvard Law or something like that at one of the schools, and they were doing the laws and stuff. Some frat group comes along, and some kid thinks he's powerful. Anyway, he finds out that Lucifer is in control of the world or something like that, and so he decides that, I don't know. Anyway, it has to do with hazing and all kinds of other things. And anyway, though, like I say, he didn't know, I guess, maybe, that there was a dot put above every bullet. In fact, between World War I and World War II, there was only actually about 1,000 rounds of ammunition in the whole world. I didn't make that many rounds of ammunition because they were all special order, of course, and specially made at a special factory. So the mass production of bullets wasn't actually available between World War I and World War II. Someone didn't know that. Like I said, I am the inventor, I am the creator of weapons and guns and bullets and everything, and all the bullets were actually made for me. Mostly for movies and testing and all that kind of stuff. Someone coming into the 70s and 80s didn't really understand that. That there were only like 12 guns or 24 guns in the whole world in World War I and World War II. Someone thought from all the photographs and all the pictures of guns in everyone's hand that they were just everywhere. It's like, no, actually only certain people in the military and only a couple of people, one gun per most of those are actually just tests. So all those photos, those are just like the 12 guns or 24 guns in the whole world at that point in time. And they're only made in 1 or 2 places in the whole world. In fact, most of them came from 1 factory or 2 factories. They're highly tracked between World War I and World War II. In fact, no bullet was ever fired that wasn't accounted for. You know how I am with records. And you know how I am with investigations. So, it's pretty obvious exactly what happened. Like I said, every bullet that was ever fired between World War I and World War II was accounted for with string. And, like I say, they knew about where each round had been fired from in every city between World War I and World War II. This is not necessarily known. And in fact, they even had some photographs of the people firing the bullets in supposed World War I and World War II. Anyway, I believe some of those files might have been lost or burned, but actually everything between World War I and World War II and all the way up until 1950 was pretty much known. Like I said, in general, most of the photographs or aerial surveys of the planet were basically just more brush, more another mountain, another mountain. So they stopped photographing the brush and mountains and just concentrated on the work sites and cities between next year. They're all in files in triplicate from America in the Pentagon to Germany to Russia, every city or every nation has its own photographic evidence of its area and other areas. Like I said, Russia has aerial surveys and photographs of America. You can see every single thing. It wasn't that Russia was spying on America. It was that we were all working together. Russia had their own surveying planes, and I had my own surveying planes for America, and Germany had its own surveying planes for Germany and America. They would all just circle around the world photographing everybody's stuff. It was share and share alike. And we even shared records before World War I and World War II. Anyway, so some people looked at it and said these must be spies or whatever. It's like, no, it was open flying. Russian airplanes went over American airspace all the time, photographing, looking, just examining America. Russia did a world survey beforehand. Actually, with my groups, my group moved around. I did a Russian aerial survey, and then I did a German aerial survey, and then an American aerial survey of the whole planet, and continuously such, where they just concentrated on work sites. This apparently is unknown, or was unknown to certain people. Anyway, and other people thought that just because they knew it, that nobody else in the whole world knew it. It's like, well, actually everyone knew it, including me. So, anyway, and they thought this information could be withheld. It's like, because I was a world leader, because I was the real Lucifer, and that's another thing, like I say, they thought that just because I was the world leader, that I was just the world leader. It's like, no, the world leader is the creator to humanity. That's the great part. So, anyway, and that's me. So, and that's why I knew everything. It's like, well, I mean, hello. The creator to humanity would be the world leader. Anyway, I don't know. So, anyway, some people at Harvard, or some kids at Harvard, who were also maybe exploding bicycle seats with women, I think they thought because they were at Harvard or something, that they could do something in some other country and nobody would know. That they could scare women or something like that. Anyway, it was some sort of terrorism, stupid plot. Anyway, America investigated it. North Korea investigated it. Or they thought just because they were doing it in a communist system that didn't mean that they would be whatever. Anyway, though, they thought that they were protected or something like that, and that communism didn't talk to America or something like that, and that's not really true. Like I said, communist leaders talk to American leaders. We have the UN. We had the direct line. We talk all the time, or they did, and they talk to me too. Other races talk to me. All kinds of people. I mean, creator to humanity, the real Lucifer. Uh-oh. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I had to deal with it when I was a child. So it's 40 years now later. So telling you now. Anyway, it's kind of why everything is so interconnected, and there's all these commemorations and how I chose everything, and it's just certain people didn't really understand that I was here before World War I, and that I'm still here now, and probably going to be here afterwards. I don't know. It's because I'm the creator of humanity, really. And the real Lucifer, and that's basically why. So, anyway, it was unknown. I was on vacation. I was just chilling at my house at 471 Mountain Drive. Yeah, I know, you can try and kill me or whatever. You did, of course. Anyway, whatever. Certain other groups realizing things were just like, whoa, wait a minute. So, otherwise I'd be like, ah. Anyway, though, it was a real struggle. So, anyway.